Hello everyone, my name is Sung-Soo Hwang from Yeongnam University in Korea. This chapter will overview digital transformation and the rise of digital government. So we have several objectives for this module. First, we overview to understand what the digital transformation is. Second, we overview the changes in the government transformation paradigm with the digital transformation. Third, we take a look at the OECD's 9 digital transformation strategy. Lastly, we look at the digital government policies in Korea's situation. So this lecture contains 5 elements, as you see. So the very first, let's look at the definition of digital transformation. So digital transformation is the use of new, fast-changing digital technology to solve problems, often utilizing cloud computing, IoT, AI, and other technologies, reducing reliance on user-owned hardware, but increasing reliance on subscription-based cloud service. Some of these digital solutions enhance capabilities of traditional software. Also, others are entirely cloud-based. So digital transformation is already underway, but is not proceeding at the same pace everywhere. So according to the McKinsey Global Institute, Europe is currently operating at 12%, while the USA is at 18%. UK is almost on par with the US at 17%, while other nations are lagging behind. So originally, digital transformation is defined as a business activity that enhances a company's competitiveness or pursues a new growth on business while responding to environmental changes triggered by digital technologies, such as mobile, cloud, big data, AI, and IoT. In order to solve social problems by utilizing new technology, the concept of digital government was derived from the process of government adapting to digital innovation. Today, many countries around the world are pursuing digital government policies by newly establishing a ministry that oversees digital innovation. So originally, digital transformation came from the business sector, such as Amazon Web Services or Salesforce.com, which is cloud-based. So moving from business sector, influencing the society, and the government is responding to this digital transformation paradigm. So digital government is rising up. Some of the key technologies in digital transformation paradigm, which are big data, IoT, cloud computing, SNS, location-based system, smart grid to save energy, online to offline business, virtual reality, wearable computing, fintech, finance technology, drone, smart car, sharing economy, and of course, artificial intelligence. So the most importantly, the data is the new source of competition, is the new resource, new relative advantage. So global ICT companies with large amount of data leading the world market. So 7 out of world's top 10 companies are basically ICT and data companies, such as Google, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tencent, Alibaba, Facebook. So again, the same kind of information. So changing positions of world's largest companies are mostly IT companies are taking over conventional, traditional companies. So Apple, Microsoft, Amazon's are the world's largest companies. So now let's change gears a little bit. We take a look at the OECD's 9 actions for digital transformation. So action 1, make the digital economy visible in economic statistics. So what it means is we are now in the era of using Uber, Airbnb, and in East Asia cases, Grab, and all these mobility businesses are booming. So these online shopping and online mobilities are large part of the economy. So this digital economy has to be visible in economic statistics so that we could measure economic impacts of digital transformation. So which is action 2 and action 3. So action 3, we encourage to develop the measure of digital transformation's impacts not only on business but also on social goals and people's well-being. So action 1, 2, 3 are measuring impact of data on digital economy. So action 4, let's look at the action 4. Design new and interdisciplinary approach to data collection. So again, data is the new resource, new competitive edge. So we need to design innovative way to collect more quality data in a context of your country, your city. Action 5, monitor technologies underpinning the digital transformation, notably the Internet of Things, IoT, AI, and blockchain, and other key technologies. Again, action 6, improve the measurement of data and data flows. Here, data flows means data overlapping in different domain, meaning you travel, you spend on the travel, and you also spend money on restaurant. You spend money on paying taxes. You spend or you borrow money from the bank. So you have these different data sets, but these data sets originated from you. So these data flows over different areas. So we need to improve the measure how data travels, so that we can detect how digital economy and how digital government proceeds. Action 7. Now we're moving into the domain of a bit of education and capacity building. So define and measure skills needed for the digital transformation. We need to prepare tomorrow's human resource adapting to the new digital transformation technology environment. So measure skill sets. We need to develop how to measure skills needed to pursue these digital transformation. Action 8, measure trust in online environments. So example of this trust issue in online is fake news. Fake news is already in internet globally. So trust in news media, trust among people in society, trust in governments are needed to be secured. Action 9, establish an impact assessment framework for digital government. So now we are finally arriving at the focusing impact assessment framework for government activities. So changing on to the last section, digital governance strategy. So new ICT can influence governance process, the way how government work, and possibly in 3 ways. First, the step 1, automation of repetitive government activities, thereby improving efficiency. For example, filling the tax forms, information reporting, filings, things like that. Second, supportive role. Use of ICT to complement existing efforts and processes to improve governance. For instance, use of internet to catalyze existing efforts towards transparency in government information and functioning, or embedding use of emails in connecting decision makers with their constituencies. For example, instead of making phone call to the congressman, sending emails, or using internet photos to collect citizens' voice. Third and finally, the higher level, innovative role. Use of ICT to initiate new governance service or new mechanism for improved service delivery, which was not possible without the non-ICT models. For instance, online checking, online filing, online access to the information, online transaction, online payment, or providing feedback of certain legal mandates to the constituencies online. So we have talked about high level of technologies so far. So what about some of the developing countries which might be lacking some of the technologies? So let's look at the underlying principles. Digital governance in developing countries implies ensuring every community or village has easy access to information. Access to information could be achieved through private or individual ICT nodes, such as individual access to internet, public ICT nodes, such as community internet center, post offices, public phone booth, government information centers, and convergence of nodes, modes such as extension, volunteers, community radio, and local newspapers, which have access to an ICT mode, and they can relate critical information to targeted users in a timely manner, implying convergence of ICT with conventional models. So what are some key issues in intelligent government? First, expansion of open data. Open up public data, release data reflecting social values is very important. Reorganize the management system of national standard data to improve the quality produced by government. Second, private-driven e-government services. Welcome private initiated service models developed by private industry and improve procurement system in the government. Maybe consider establish an open electronic standard platform government to operate in platform developed in private industry. Setting up e-government guidelines for AI technologies. Revise the Government Act reflecting technology changes. Through a social agreement and set up e-government guidelines for AI technologies. So let's look at some of the current development in Korea's case. Korea's Digital New Deal, which was set up and pronounced in 2020, is Korea's new mega digital initiative aimed at digital transformation and data economy. Government will spend about 60 billion to tackle COVID-19 crisis. 4 areas are: first, data network, AI ecosystem. Second, digital education infrastructure. Third, non-contact commerce. And fourth, SOC digitalization. This is a national agenda item, digital innovation, data expressway, digital government, and citizens' digital capacity, which is the 3 key visions of digital government policy of Korea. 6 specific tasks are set up to promote digital government innovation. Number 2 is most notable in this priority task. We are setting up My Data in the public sector so that citizens, individuals can control and authorize government agencies and finance industry to use his or her own personal data. And others are improving citizen engagement, smart working environment, cloud and digital services, and of course, open data ecosystem. So these are some of the add-ons after COVID-19 pandemic. So contactless services and using more public data for data-driven administration. So Digital New Deal has 3 components. We have Digital New Deal and Green New Deal. In the middle, we have half digital and Green New Deal. So Digital New Deal is about utilizing ICT, so building data dam. So this is not referring to the physical data saving dam. This is figuratively speaking one big cloud data dam where high quality data controlled and interlinked and stored so that we could use all kinds of public data produced by government and some of the data from the business sector. So now we finally come to the summary section. So let's overview what we have done today. So what is digital transformation? Digital transformation is the use of new digital technologies to solve today's problems. Typical technologies are, key technologies are cloud computing, IoT, 5G, big data, and artificial intelligence. Digital transformation refers to the economic and social effects of digitalization. Why do we have to pursue digital transformation? First, we are entering a whole new of economy driven by the data use, so which we call it data economy and digital economy. And moving on to government sector, we can create a big government reform utilizing these key technologies, which can lead to digital government innovations. So what do we have to prepare for this? First, open data mandate and prepare for the data economy. Second, digital government and government innovation, utilizing these digital technologies to pursue government innovations. Third, we have to prepare citizens, tomorrow's citizens especially, to educate digital capacity and digital skill sets. Lastly, platform development. Infrastructure, building portals, online venues, and other infrastructures, and also contents within it.